It's puck time. I'm the Prez. We got Alex B. Smith with us wearing a typical hockey jersey. And the legend himself, Dave Cokin. Really excited to have you guys both on today. We've got 7 games in the NHL tonight. We're gonna take them apart one at a time. And really quick, guys, if you want Dave or Alex, for Dave, head over to WagerTalk.com. 7 days of his hockey plays, $39. For Alex, go to SportsMemo.com. $39 for 7 days of his plays. Use the promo code PuckTime. I won my 5-star last night. I had Winnipeg over the Vegas Golden Knights. Listen, it was close. It was a 2-1 game with an empty net. Ended up 4-1. But more importantly than that, gentlemen, I played hockey last night and I scored. And it wasn't on my own net.
Oh, nice. That's the goal.
Yeah, and it was a beaut, dude. I had a sprawling goalie. I was on my backhand. I don't think I was on my backhand. It went very quick, but I flipped it over the goalie, hit the net. The fans went wild. The stadium erupted. I do this incredible V technique with my stick for my woman. Her name is Viv. I do a V technique. There's actually a sexual move I call the V technique. I will not. I can imagine. I can only imagine. All. I will not tell you what it is at all. But I am scratching my chin a little bit. Dave Cokin, you got nothing to say, so let's get into it.
The only thing I had to say was you said there's 7 NHL games tonight. There's only 5.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out too. Where are the other 2
games? A game that you played. Are you playing tonight? That's on the schedule here.
Okay. Let's start the show again. It's puck time. I'm the Prez. He's Dave Cokin, Alex B. Smith. I scored a goal last night. Did my V technique. I got a sexual move that's called the V technique. Won't tell you what it is. And there's 5 games on the board tonight.
Now we're rolling.
Take them apart from top to bottom. I didn't actually start the show over again.
No, I know.
Okay. Dave, let's get to it, brother. Colorado on the road, playing the crappy Ottawa Senators. The home team is plus 140 to 150. Colorado anywhere from minus 175 to 200 at some books. Look, I mean, this is way too big a line for a Colorado team. 21-17. If they're going to be minus 180, they're got to be at home for that. I know this Ottawa team is really bad, but I did say that they would beat LA, and they did. They are 2-1 in their last 3, and those 3 games were all on the West. Colorado, I can't take them here. They're 1-4 in their last 4. Dave Cokin, this is as live a dog as it gets.
Well, I mean, Colorado's up a nice win, which they really needed mentally against the Maple Leafs. The bad news for them is they will not be seeing Gardner on defense tonight for Ottawa. Wow, was that guy terrible for Toronto. Hey, Toronto, Maple Leafs, I know we mentioned this the last time we talked hockey. Maple Leafs not consider it. They have to go out and trade for a defenseman. And I'm talking a pretty high-level guy from one of the bad teams that's going to cost them a lot to get.
Their
defense stinks.
Okay? It needs to be Shea Weber, Dave. There's no reason for Montreal to keep Shea Weber on their team. The Canadians are a young team looking for the future. It makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever.
Or maybe get a veteran guy like Brent Seabrook, perhaps, too. I mean, he's been, Hawks have been talking about moving him for a while. He's a guy who, is a proven stay-at-home guy, couple cups.
You got Martinez out there. There's some quality players. I mean, Shea Weber's going to cost them an arm and a leg. A guy like Martinez, even if it's a stay-at-home guy,
Right.
Okay? But these guys, this crew they've got out there. Look, I'm not knocking Hainsey. He's a pretty good player. But if he's one of your top 2 defensemen, you are not winning the cup.
Fair enough. Good point. I agree. Plus, they have to go through Tampa Bay, which is literally
Tampa Bay is sensational.
ridiculous. Guys,
here's the other thing.
Keep talking. I just got to get up and my factory charger.
So the other night, Babcock is having to continuously say to the team, let's go, let's get to work. Matthews comes over right before they tied the score at 3-3. Matthews, this is because I'm watching the game and the Toronto guy, I'm watching the Toronto feed, and he's between the benches guy is saying, boy, Matthews is really not happy. He came over and he's yelling, come on, you guys, wake up. They got to get out of their funk. Anyway, that has nothing to do with the Avalanche, but this got the Avalanche out of well, it does, because it got the Avalanche out of their funk.
Where are you playing tonight, Dave? Do you like Ottawa? You like Ottawa or Colorado?
I think Colorado wins tonight. I'm not going to lay that price, but I think they're going to win the game.
Alex, any thoughts quickly on this game?
I'm looking at the over. 8-2 last 10 meetings. Colorado 5-1 the last 6. Ottawa's been an over team all year as far as full game goes. Like I said, Colorado, if they get some momentum, they score early. Ottawa might try and keep up with the pace a little bit. But I could see this being a high-scoring game. I would lean with Colorado winning, but I would look more at the over.
Their last 3 matchups together has gone over. Boston tonight on the road. Halak in net, playing Philadelphia with Hart in net. A few days ago on PuckTime, I said Philly was going to win against Minnesota. They won 7-4. They have won 2 of their last 3 games. And Boston's coming off of a loss at home against Montreal. But other than that, they're won 6 of their last 8. The home team here is plus 130, another home dog. Boston is minus 160. The over and under is 6. Alex, do we have a Flyer team in a live situation?
No, I don't think so at all. I actually wrote up, this is a free play on SportsMemo.com. I played Boston in the regulation. I got it at plus 105 early this morning. Let's break down this Flyers team, the 2 games that they have won in the last 11. Like I said, it was against the Minnesota team. They were down 2-0. And Minnesota just committed a bunch of dumb penalties, one after the over. You give any team enough power play chances in the NHL, they're going to find a way to score goals, and that's exactly what they did. They came back, tied that game up at 2 before the period was over, ended up winning 7-4. You look at that Dallas win, they got 2-1. We know how inconsistent Dallas has been offensively all year long, so I don't put a whole lot of stock in those 2 wins of the last 3 games. Like I said, they've lost 9 of their last 11 overall. Meanwhile, you got a Boston team. They've won 11 of the last 16 games in Philadelphia. They've won 5 of the last 6 meetings overall against this team. And you've got Halak in net. He's done well against the Flyers in his career, 10-5-1 with a 2.27 goals against, 922 save percentage, and 3 shutouts. So I think Boston's live here to win this in regulation. I played it already.
Dave, what are your thoughts?
The Bruins played well against Montreal, despite the loss. They did rally late to tie it, and then lost about, immediately in overtime. But the Bruins were the better team for most of that game, so I'm not going to. I think that loss does little to stem their current momentum, and a good Boston team is going to handle the Flyers.
Dave Cokin, Alex B. Smith, the Prez. It's puck time. You can hear us 5 days a week, Monday to Friday at WagerTalk TV, at SportsMemo.com, and at WagerTalk.com. Dave, let's talk about Buffalo going into Calgary. Tough place for anybody to play right now. Calgary is one of the best teams in all of hockey. 30-13 record. They could score with the best of them. They're decent on defense. This Buffalo team, 23-17, a real surprise, but I think they're a sell team moving forward. They have lost their last 3 games in a row. One of them was a blowout against Edmonton, and Calgary has won their last 5 games. I got to take Calgary in regulation here. You're still paying a small price. I can't take Calgary at minus 220. Over and under is 6.5. I do lean on over the total. I think this will be a high-scoring game. Dave Cokin, what do you think?
I think that makes sense. The Sabres certainly did not play well defensively last game out, and now they're facing an actual offense. Because, when they're facing the Oilers, they're facing one line. Tonight, they face 4 lines. Because the Flames, this team's a monster right now on offense. So, it's probably going to be high scoring. And really, that to me is the only shot the Sabres have. If they go conservative and try and just play really close to the vest and not get involved, well, you're going to eventually lose the game, okay? So go out there and take your best shot because you got some good offensive players as well. And maybe you have a better offensive night than the Flames do. That's possible. So to me, that's the right strategy for Buffalo. I would look at the over.
Alex, do you have any thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I look at the Flames team total 3.5 over at minus $1.25. They have scored 3 or more goals in 9 of their last 10 games. Like I said, they've just been rolling offensively, especially at home. I could definitely see them getting 4 or 5 goals here pretty easily.
Let's move to the next game, boys. We've got San Jose on the road against Arizona. We've spoken about San Jose a lot of late. They're playing really, really good hockey. They've just beat Pittsburgh 5-2. They've won their last 7 games in a row. Alex, Arizona is playing much better. They've won 3 of their last 4. Arizona is 2 games out of 500. They're not a very good team, but they are playing better. They're a home dog again at plus 125. The favorite, San Jose, is anywhere from minus 140 to 155. And the over and under is 6. I like the under a little bit in this game, but I got nothing.
Yeah, I'm not standing in front of this freight train that's San Jose right now, especially when you look at an Arizona team that is 1-6 at home against division opponents this year. San Jose's won 6 of their last 7 on the road. Like I said, the under, also something worth looking here. 11 of the last 16 meetings between these two teams have gone under the total. So I can see San Jose winning this, maybe a 3-0, 3-1 game. That's the only way I would look here would be the Sharks.
Dave, any quick thoughts on this game?
I haven't decided on it yet because I haven't read my Coyotes stuff yet. But this is a letdown spot for the Sharks, coming off that really good win in a high-end game against Pittsburgh last night and having to travel. I might consider Coyotes' first period here as a home dog. I think San Jose could be a little bit sluggish early in this game. Might be an advantage for Arizona there.
Edmonton. That's the last game of the night. They're on the road playing against Vancouver. Edmonton is zigzagging perfectly. Going back 8 games, they just won against Buffalo 7-2. Vancouver's lost 3 of their last 4, but they did play a great game against Florida, which I was on, and they won 5-1. It's a short home favorite at minus 120. The over and under is 6. And get this, guys, at a website called Cloudbet, the over and under is 7.5, which I'm going with under that. There's even a few 5.5s out there, which is ridiculous. You can buy a 5.5 at KTO or Guts. You can get, or BWin, and you can get a 7.5 at Cloudbet. Makes no sense to me. I like Vancouver in this game, Dave. Any quick thoughts?
Well, Edmonton is off a real good game. So Edmonton is a fade.
Yeah.
Because their consistency level has been 0 this season. They are just unable to string good performances together. And really, it's as simple as that. It's a mentally frayed team that knows it's not going to make the playoffs. They might say otherwise, but they know they're not going to be a playoff team. And to me, coming off a really good game and going on the road, it's the type of game where they can get beat. The Vancouver Canucks, I don't know if they'll make the playoffs this year. They're in the hunt. They probably won't make it, but boy, their future's bright. And they should be getting Pettersson back shortly. I like the effort on the Canucks more. I think I trust them more in this situation.
Alex, any quick thoughts on this game? Alex, Mike is not working. We can't hear you, brother.
Okay, keep telling me that's muted, unmuted.
Here we go.
Yeah? I
hear you loud and clear now. You were just faking us out and trying to make us must make us think that we were having a problem. Yeah.
No, it's all good now.
You're a troublemaker, buddy.
But, I agree with Dave as far as his assessment with Vancouver. I mean, it's a team, like I said, once they get Pettersson back, they're going to be a decent team. They're not going to be a playoff caliber team, nor should they try to make any moves to make a run for the playoffs. The future is where they're looking forward, but they're playing well. We've seen both these teams kind of play in some more higher scoring games amongst the games within the division. I could see this probably might be some value in the first period over. Like I said, those totals, you got to shop around clearly. Like I said, I think this goes under 7.5 if you find that, but 5.5, 6, it'll be kind of close.
He's Alex. The other guy's Dave. I'm the Prez. And we, my friends, are done. Check back tomorrow, Thursday's PuckTime show. Alex, myself, and Carmine Bianco. Guys, real pleasure with having both of you on. Best of luck tonight. And Dave, I'll text you about tomorrow. Maybe you can come on Morning Joe and talk NFL football.
I'll be happy to.
Take care, boys.
All right, see you.
See you guys.